And to give you guys an idea of the kind of kid I was growing up, I really loved the film Girl Interrupted, and I very much emotionally related to the songs of Ani DeFranco. So I was just a real delight to be around. And my dad would give us these like fake gifts for Christmas, these joke gifts, and one year I got one, and the box said, "To Sue from your future boyfriend or girlfriend," because no one knew then. And I opened it up, and it was a prescription for Prozac. Thanks, Dad. Aww. But yeah, I definitely had a troubled youth, and I think that you guys are probably looking at me right now, and you're wondering how you too can get tattoos like this. All you have to do is spend your early 20s in a blackout. You wake up and you're like, oh my God, we all got matching righteous tattoos on our left arm. Amazing. Oh, what? I got a lightning bolt behind my ear, so I thought I could run faster? That's great. Oh, I have a pair dressed as Sherlock Holmes on my arm that I'm going to refer to as Paralock Holmes for the rest of my life? Awesome. You guys are all laughing, but these are tattoos on my body that I will have forever. But I have healthier ways of coping now than like getting tattoos. And one thing that I love to do is shop, and my favorite store is Forever 21. But I think it's misnamed because it's like Forever 21, really? Like, I don't want to remember all the shit that I did at 21 forever. Like, forever blacking out 3 nights a week, forever having pregnancy scares, forever waking up with a head wound next to someone I don't know. No, like Forever 27 would be better. Forever cleaning the apartment. Forever making breakfast. Forever having a savings account. That is more like it. But yeah, you guys, I'm in a relationship now, and like I know that I'm getting older and becoming an older person because I'm turning into this person. I'll just call that person the dream crusher. You know what I mean? We've been together for 3 years, and now like anytime he brings something up, I just crush those ideas. They're like no longer viable. And they're little things too, like I don't mean to do it. Like yesterday he was like, I'm thinking of riding my bike to work. Not a big deal, but I was like, why would you do that? You're sick, you're gonna get ill. It is cold outside. What do you think you're doing? Who cares? Like, he's gonna ride his bike. And then a couple weeks ago, he's like, I think I'm gonna get a new pair of sneakers. And I was like, what are you talking about? You have 4 pairs of Nike Frees right there, and they're all monogrammed with your initials. Why would you do that? And these are like totally normal things for any adult male to do, and I don't know why I'm reacting like that, and I don't know anyone else who reacts like that. Yes, I do. It's my mother. Turning into my mother. And what else, you guys? I'm thinking of moving to California because I've been in New York for a really long time. And when people are trying to dissuade you from moving to California, they'll be like, oh, it's a lot of time you spend alone in your car. That is not like a negative thing for me. That is great. Because in New York City, you're never alone. Never. You're always by 1,000 people, and they always have communicable diseases, and they're in your face. But there's so much you can get done when you're driving, you know? Like, you can return phone calls, listen to podcasts, hysterical crying. It's a great place for that. In New York, I've gotten so used to public crying that I just put on my sunglasses and I go for it. And if I'm in the middle of Whole Foods and somebody asks me what's wrong, I'm just like, these fava beans are so beautiful. But in California, on the radio, I had to listen to the radio because I was driving a rent-a-wreck. That's a different story. On the radio, they have these ads for a thing called Rent-A-Wheel. Like, you can rent wheels for your car. How bad does your life have to be that you're renting the wheels on your car? Like, automatically, your first thought is, oh, drug addict, of course. Like, that's what you're thinking. But, like, I don't think so, because a drug addict would drive a car without the wheels, just on the rims, and bend that shit to go get the drugs. What I'm thinking, the person who rents the wheels is someone who, like, lives alone by themselves with only a halogen lamp and, like, eats ramen noodles and is constantly refreshing the Craigslist misconnections. That's the person. We've all been there, right? I don't know. Anyway, I like to travel. And last time I traveled, I was in North Carolina. Full disclosure here, my full name is Susan Ann Smith. So I was in North Carolina and I was going through the security, and the woman looked at my passport and she was like, "Oh, Susan Smith, I know you hate having that name." I was like, oh, that's perhaps the rudest thing anyone's ever said to me. But then in my head I was like, I have grown accustomed to the fact that I have the same name as someone who drove her kids into a lake 20 years ago and then blamed it on a black guy, but thank you for reminding me of that. And then it was either you could get the x-ray or you got a pat down, and I was like, I'm not getting an x-ray. I'm like morally opposed to going through the x-ray machines. I don't know why, but I just am. So I was like, I'm gonna get a pat down, it'll be fine. The woman was like, before she started, she was like, I'm just gonna be touching your bathing suit area. That's what she said. I was like, if you're not mature enough to say breasts and vagina, you shouldn't be touching them. I learned that in grade school, Jesus. And then as she's like rubbing me down, she's like, so is it still raining outside? I was like, I don't know, do you always make small talk while you're getting to third base? Like, maybe if I were still in my Ani DeFranco phase, I'd be into it, but not right now, lady. I think that's it for me. Thanks, guys. Woo!